Okay, this practice is gonna be completely on your back. How fun is that? Okay, so go ahead and find yourself on your back and wiggle your hips a little bit because it's fun. And go ahead and let yourself close your eyes and begin to melt a little bit into the floor. I like to keep my knees bent, especially as I just get started, to take any pressure off the low back. Begin to activate some of that deep breath, some of your ujjayi breathing, and just be. Let yourself give up anything and everything. Nothing matters except for right here, right now. Taking some cleansing breaths. And take one more like that. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. And then just slowly start to rock your head from side to side. Starting to release anything and everything. Oh, it's so good. 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 Let your left leg extend out long, and then bring your right leg into your thigh, into your chest, grabbing onto the outer edge of your shin, and just rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Find some stillness and use your bicep strength and pull the foot in towards the chest. I like to rotate my ankles, and I like to go the other direction. So good. Saying hello to the body. Good, and then just switch sides. So extend the left leg out, or right leg out, and pull the left one in. And release fingers maybe the other way on that leg, outer of the shin. And then give yourself a little rock to start. Let everything go. And then go ahead and roll your ankle, while still using that bicep strength to pull the knee towards the shin. And go the other way with the ankle. Good stuff. Good. And then switch sides one more time. Going back to the right. Good. Give it one good squeeze, and this time extend the leg up. Okay, so you can grab onto the back of the thigh if that works for you. You can grab onto the back of the right shin, calf, and if it really works for you, then you can take your two peace fingers and grab around the big toe and start to pull the foot towards you, pull the leg towards you. Drop the right shoulder back and down onto the ground, and relax and breathe into the backside body. You can also keep your knee bent if that feels better. Again, all of us are at different stages and places, and it's totally perfect. So imagine that the ball mount of the big toe is pointing up for the ceiling, so a nice kind of little active foot as you use that bicep strength to pull back and forward, and then allow that left leg to continue to extend for the floor underneath you. Good, and continue breathing. Oh, so nice. Good, and then just slowly we're gonna open up. So if you've got that hand, you're just gonna let yourself open up for the right. If you've got your big toe, cool. And just open up. Now keeping that left hand on top of that left thigh, keep it rooted down for the ground. So don't let it lift up. You don't need to go so far down open to the right. As soon as that hip starts to pop up, then you've gone a little too far. So just back off a little bit. Good, and breathe. Good, a little bit of engaged core too is always nice. Good. Fantastic. So now we're gonna just switch and take the left hand, right hand releases. The left hand can grab onto whatever works. Again, the outer edge of the right thigh, calf, or maybe even the outer edge of that right foot. Okay, so then extend it out straight, and then we're just gonna go to the other side. So we get a nice twist in the spine. So now I'm rocking on over to the left, You can take your other hand, your right one, and extend it out as a counter and have a full stretch. You can keep it up in the air and only go at like a 45-degree angle, and keep the both hips kind of towards the ground a little bit. Of course, my right one's off a little bit, but just so that it's still up in the air. So really, whatever you're feeling in your body, if you want to go all the way down, cool. And you want to stay 45, cool. And just breathe. Breathing into that hamstring, breathing into the body. If you've gone all the way down, keep the right shoulder on the mat. You can start to gaze a little bit towards the right. Good, keeping the core strong, breath long. Nice. Good, and then slowly change, coming on back up. And then grab onto the leg and lift yourself up off the floor, pulling the leg for the chest, and breathe. Use that bicep strength. Flex the feet both directions for 3. Good for 2. And change. Slowly release the leg onto the mat and just feel the difference. Feel the body. Notice, how does the right feel versus the left? Good, then bring the left one into the chest. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bringing the left knee to the chest for a hot second, and then extending the leg up for the sky. Again, thigh, shin, foot, whatever works this time, the left hand. Again, plugging the shoulders into the mat as much as you can. Having the hips be balanced onto the floor. And just breathe. Using strength in the leg, strength of the core, a little bicep pull, deep rooted breathing. Fully present. Just love, send love to the legs. That's what I love to do too, is you just send love into the body, and some a little appreciation for how much these legs get us around and facilitate our being and creating and doing, and just love them. Good, wherever you are, open up a little bit to the left. Again, now this time this right hip stays rooted down onto the floor. It's only going as far as that can stay there. And just breathe. Keeping the feet flexed a little bit, opening and opening and opening. And thank you for the opening, it's so nice. Good, and then slowly come back through center. We'll switch grips. So take the right hand, either outer thigh, outer shin, or outer foot, and then start to switch up, right? So I sometimes will reposition myself a little bit to help myself go on over. And then you can kind of hang out at that 45 degrees and get that stretched. Or if you want to go all the way over towards the right, and that feels like what you want to do today, then cool, do that. Right, so much of this is it's your practice, it's your body. So just leading you through some possibilities. At the same time, you know, taking it back a step or moving it forward a step or taking a variation that works in your body is what there is to do. And listen, being connected to that which our body's asking for in that moment. So finding breath, finding that ujjayi breathing, that deep body breath. Slight constriction at the back of the throat, generating that oceanic sound, that presencing breath. Good, and then slowly coming back to center. Good, extending the leg up for the sky, and then taking that one time, walk the hands up the leg and lift the chest up, core strong, pull the leg towards the face, breathing, both feet flexed for 3, good for 2, and change. Slowly release that leg down to the mat and let your hips just be. Let your eyes closed. And just notice the body. Fantastic. Bend the knees. And just bring the knees to the chest and rock around a little bit side to side. So massage out the low back. If it's all good, you can reach up and grab onto opposite wrists. If you've got the flexibility, grab onto opposite elbows and give yourself a nice hug. Good. Similarly, bring the chin to the knees. Maybe you can start to give yourself a kiss. Give yourself a kiss and love yourself by bringing the knees to the chest. And even if you didn't touch, that's okay. You can still kiss your knees. Curl up, curl up, curl up. Good. And relax. Let that go. Fantastic. All right, so we're gonna do a hip sequence, and then we're gonna do a happy baby and a couple other things. So take the figure 4, a supine pigeon stretch. So flex the feet a whole lot. Thread the needle, interlace 10 fingers behind you. Of course, the strap always works. And then press that left knee internally, never with your hand, towards the front of the room. And then pull the right thigh towards the chest. And just breathe there. I strongly encourage you to close your eyes. It's one of the best postures to go inside. Notice the body, notice the breath, and just be with it all. Pressing low back to the floor, hips rooted and inching forward. Wonderful. And then just take the left knee over towards the right because it's set up so wonderfully for a nice spinal twist. And then gaze out towards the left. I like to use my right hand, top of the left thigh, to kind of cinch it down a little bit more. Never at the expense of the left shoulder lifting. And breathe. Wonderful, and then we'll just switch sides. So this time the right ankle comes up over the top of the left thigh. Thread the needle, so fingers go through, strap, belt, whatever you got. Flex the foot, both of them for that matter, and then use that bicep strength to pull the left thigh towards the chest. Try to relax the shoulders down and onto the mat, and just breathe. Slowly inhale and exhale. Good, slowly release that, and then just go to the other side with a twist. So this time the right thigh goes over to the left and the right arm extends out long. You can plant the fingertips on the floor. I like to take my left hand top of that thigh and kind of encourage it to go a little deeper and keep that right shoulder planted down. Maybe close the eyes. Let yourself melt onto the floor. The deeper the breath, the more the wringing out of the spine, so make it juicy and long and rich. Good, and then come back to center. We're going to do a happy baby to reset the midline. So flex your feet, grab on to just to the same foot. So outer edges of the feet. And so you're a happy baby. And you can rock around a little bit, side to side. And think about pressing the low back onto the floor. And shooting the hips down for the wall in front of you, or really towards you. And then pulling the feet down such that eventually the knees will go towards the floor as well. And breathe, and love, and breathe, and love. Good, and then from here, let's straighten out our legs and kind of take a figure V, a V-shaped legs, right? Again, you can grab onto the thighs or the ankles if none of that's working out for you, and that's all good too. And if you can, grab onto the outer edges of your feet and breathe. Good, sometimes I like to rock a little bit here too. Good, bringing the legs back together, extending them on top of your hips, straight up in the air, and then just slowly descend all the way down to the ground. Good, at any time that the low back starts to come up, then maybe just drop the feet on the floor, and let's do a little bit of windshield wiper. Good, and breathe. Good, and so then we're gonna just stay and take a couple minutes in Shavasana to relax. And so reach the arms straight up overhead, give yourself a nice big stretch, and release. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 times more because it's so good. All right, reach. So imagine like you're being pulled apart, extend, maybe even squeeze your glutes, and relax. Okay, one more time, and reach and squeeze, maybe even the face, and relax. Fantastic. Okay, let your hands go alongside your body. You can shake it out a little bit. And close your eyes for Shavasana, for relaxation, for a corpse pose. So let yourself mount. And let go of your breathing. Let go of any tension. Relaxing all the muscles in the face and the entire body. And just let yourself mount. Good, and then start to just wiggle the fingers and the toes. You're gonna wake up a little bit. Let your eyes start to float open as you reach your arms up overhead for one final stretch. Hopefully that left you feeling really good. It did me, so thank you. Thank you for practicing. And we'll see you next time. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day or evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is. All right. Mwah.